Good thing you have that track background. That probably helps you out quite a bit.
Maybe a little track background.
Tennis background. Can we just start? Seriously, I feel like I'm totally. Sorry, Steve. Is it possible to start? Kailyn was the track. You were tennis.
I was like, Biecker actually ran track. I didn't.
Sorry, we just had this conversation. It's all. This is definitely the outtake. As soon as you looked at me weird, I'm like, it wasn't her. She played tennis. Kailyn played track. Sorry, Steve. It's the rehearsal. Rehearsal. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's so fun.
I love it.
Welcome to Zips Nation Insider. My name's Jacob Farrar.
I'm Chad Welker.
We're
Season 2.
Back for Season 2.
Episode 2.
Season 2, Episode 2. Back in the friendly confines of InfoCision Stadium. Excited to come back. We're really happy to really actually kick off a really good season with some great guests. Obviously, our first guests were Lauren Christian Jackson and Enrique Freeman.
What a duo those were for Episode 1.
Yeah.
Well done on the interviews.
Yeah,
Jacob,
those
for
were
sure.
good. It was good to see them both on campus, but also just to hear from them about their time here on campus.
And a little bit of update with Enrique. Minnesota Timberwolves is where
Yes.
he's with right now on a 2-way contract. So exciting for him.
He could not share that with us during
Right.
the interview.
So we got to bring it back. So we got to bring it.
We
knew,
asked, but we couldn't break
share
that
it. That's
story
right.
on Zips Nation Insider. So let's just talk about this season, this fall. Obviously, athletics are all kicking off. We've had some already take place. What are you thinking about as far as the fall season goes?
Yeah, I'm really excited for the fall this year. Men's soccer, women's soccer, women's volleyball, football, all kicking off some great competitions this upcoming season. Women's soccer regular season starting this week. Men's soccer in exhibition mode. Volleyball has got some inter-squad scrimmages and a close scrimmage coming up in a week. And then, of course, the football game here at InfoCision Stadium against Wyoming coming up. Real excited for that and excited for all the teams to get some W's in the W column.
So what are some storylines you're thinking about, Chad? Things that, taking from last year, going into this season, maybe 2 or 3 storylines that are on your mind.
Yeah, so we'll go with, we'll start with football, just from the sake that they're on a little bit of a winning streak and knocking off Toledo at the end of last year and being able to win a last regular season home game and then hosting a regular season home game to start off the year. Yeah. I honestly can't remember the last time that happened, and they're doing it on a Thursday night, which is even special because then more eyes and hopefully more folks can join us at InfoCision Stadium. For the women's soccer team, looking for them to improve in the conference. They got some high aspirations to make it down to Columbus, to head to historic Crew Stadium to be in the Mid-American Conference tournament. Looking forward to seeing what they can do on the pitch, put the ball in the back of the net and see what they can do. Men's soccer, you've got the likes of Emil Eskalainen, who was a leading goal scorer in the country a year ago. He's no longer with the team. He went on to professional aspirations as well. But to see if the men's soccer team can defend the regular season championship in the Big East. And then obviously the last fall sport, volleyball, again, they're continually getting better in the conference. The next goal is, of course, to make it into Mid-American Conference tournament play. 1 or 2 more wins should put them there. So excited for Tyson Norton and his group. A lot of newcomers for a lot of these different teams in the fall, and just seeing what they can contribute and how quickly they can contribute to their teams.
Yeah, all the storylines you mentioned, top of my mind as well. I think the one to add for football is just, with some of the academic things that are going on, how does that affect, the team? I mean, everyone's saying that it's not going to,
right.
But, let's see it on the field. And to your point, to start off a home game against I don't know if they're considered a Power 4 conference team, Wyoming, but definitely not a Colgate like we've seen before.
Sure.
Means that, there's teams that want to play us, and that'll be great to see for fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And for the football team, too, just getting back out on the field and potentially ruining anybody's day, right, in regards to putting an L in their loss column so that they don't make a bowl game. Yeah. So, but Jacob, I think it's time for me to help introduce the guest for today. She's from Wadsworth, Ohio. She's part of the women's soccer program. We're real excited to have Kailyn Biecker join us here on Zips Nation Insider. So Kailyn, come on up and we'll have some good times here. So, Kailyn.
Kailyn, welcome. Have a seat, please. Zips Nation Insider, we're excited to have Kailyn on here. So as Chad mentioned, from Wadsworth High School. You're in your sophomore year. We're going to talk a little about your freshman year here in a second, but talk about just soccer. When did you start playing soccer? How did you get into the sport? And what caused you to become a Zip?
Well, I started when I was about like 5-ish, I believe, on just like a travel team, and then it wasn't until like the 5th grade that I started like club, and for club it was like a little bit late, and I started at International Soccer Club in they're around like Fairlawn. And then my recruiting process, honestly, it was a little difficult. I think it's just connections and film and everything. I don't know, it was hard to put myself out there. But then Jen Simonetti, the old coach, reached out to me, and she was like, hey, you should really look at Akron. We'd love to have you here. And I was like, maybe I will. And I went on a visit, and I really liked it. I liked that it was close to home.
Sure.
The facilities are really nice. I knew a couple of the girls. I knew Joe from internationals and stuff like that.
So really, it wasn't on your radar until the coach had reached out and maybe invited you to campus. Well, that's great. We're glad that you're here. And we look forward to, again, your sophomore year. But last year as a freshman, you played all the games. Was it 16 games, 18 games, started all 18 games. A team from a defensive player, your defense, there are 6 shutouts. So again, good work on those. From a defensive mindset, what do you bring to the table? What's your your skill? What value do you bring to the team?
I think I just bring my competitive mindset, and just every time I step on that field, I want to win. I have that winning mindset. And I know last year we did fall short. We didn't really win many games. We did well in non-conference, but when conference came, we fell short. But I definitely felt my mindset, I brought the competitive aspect to it.
So if we were to say success in your mind, what is considered success for you both personally on the field as well as for the team?
I think as a team, a shutout is a big success. Anytime there are no goals scored against us, that's a huge success. Or when we score, honestly, when we get the ball in the back of the net, woohoo, I want to win.
There you go. So even as a player on the defense, you're so excited. I mean, obviously everyone's excited when a goal's scored, but that's a team effort to get that goal.
Yeah.
So going into your sophomore year, so last year you talked a little bit about last year. It was kind of an up and down season, really high, and then it hit conference season, and a little bit different of a story. So what was the off season like? How do you kind of change maybe you don't change your mindset, but how do you approach, or how did you approach the off season as you prepared for this upcoming one?
This year, I really just focused on all my weaknesses. We do an individual development plan, and I looked at that, and I was like, okay, I need to improve my long balls. I need to improve my communication. So this summer, I really honed in on those, and I did a summer program for soccer, and that helped a lot with my skills and just my communication.
So explain that summer program. So did you play on a club team how does that work for you during the summer?
So I didn't play on a club team. I could have, but I was I wanted something a little more chill. So there was a guy from Force, and I did it with him, and he brought in a couple college girls. There was a girl from Eastern Illinois who was also a center back. So we worked all summer together on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays in the morning for about 2 hours, and then Mondays and Fridays, I'm really close with her, so we would work on fitness. We ran the fitness test at least 4 different times. We worked on our long balls together. So
definitely was not when we say off season, it was not an off season. You were still on. And then obviously the coach or the team, you have a lot of new players. What was there any activities like that during the off season to kind of bring those folks or the teammates together?
Yeah, so right before we came in, we went to Ariana Vacos's lake house. Luckily, her parents let us, and we were able to fit all 28 of us.
Wow.
Maybe 25. I think there's 25 on the team right now, all in there, and we had a fun time. We were there for, I believe, 3 days, and we really bonded with all the freshmen, and it brought us all closer together.
Now, is that new for this year, or is this something you've done in years past as well?
We usually take preseason trips. I know one year they went hiking somewhere.
Okay.
But like last year we didn't really do too much. Like we did mini golf and we went on like a tour of Cleveland, but we didn't it was only like small things.
You know, we've interviewed a lot of players from different teams here on campus, and it feels like those teams that have that retreat opportunity really kind of gel together and really start developing that chemistry. Especially, I think this year you have 11 new players or something like that. Also a new coaching staff. So there's a lot of pieces that did not exist a year ago. So as far as this season, you're currently in your exhibition campaign, playing against teams, just kind of getting everything together. What's the chemistry like? What's the vibe? How are things going so far?
I think the chemistry is honestly really good. We're trying a couple new things out. Like they're just switching it up. We're playing a new formation. We're bringing that out tomorrow, I believe. 3-5-2. Yeah. So we're looking at different things because things just haven't. If we do the same thing every year,
Sure.
it might not work. So.
Yeah.
And we fell short multiple years, so might as well bring something else, try something new, and if it works, awesome.
Yeah. Last year I was looking at the results from last year, and again, the results are probably what you wanted, but it's not that you were blown out in matches. Ties, one loss or one goal losses, those types of things. So it's not like we're really having to dramatically change. It's more like tightening the screws, so to speak. And so I think, again, I'm not a soccer player. I played soccer when I was younger, but to your point, might as well try something different.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta shake things up a little bit. And again, this is maybe a good time to do it with so many new players. Is that going to be new for you, the 3-5-2? Obviously, that affects your formation, your position. How are you feeling with that?
It's definitely new. Honestly, I'm excited to try something new. Like the coaches and we all talked about it. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we can just go back into 4-3-3. But at the end of the day, trying something new is maybe what could do it for us, get us more goals. That was one of our major problems last year was scoring. So hopefully, if we can get those goals in, we can lock it back in the defense.
Sure. We're talking with Kailyn Biecker, a sophomore on the women's Zips soccer team, defensive player. Now, specifically within the defense, what is your position within the defense?
So I play center back, usually the right center back because I'm right-footed, but I can play either.
Got it. So that last line before the goalie.
Yeah.
A lot of responsibility there. As a sophomore, is there pressure on that? I mean, you played all those games last season,
Mm-hmm.
but what are you thinking about your sophomore year? What are some of those things that you think about during a game? How do you kind of take out that negativity, or from a mental health perspective, just focus on the game?
I think there's always a little pressure when you go into a game. Of course, any mistake you make in the back line is magnified. So there's that aspect, but I think this year, trying to be a leader as a center back, I see the whole field, and if I can be a leader and help other people in their roles, then we're all going to be on the same page.
Awesome. So this is the 25th season of Zips Women's Soccer. So it's kind of an anniversary year, 25th year. What are some goals? What are the goals of the team, especially with the new coaching staff, new players? What are you guys shooting for?
We're shooting to get into the MAC tournament.
That's it.
And
That's
I
the
think
goal.
honestly we could. We don't even. The thing about the MAC is you don't have to win all the games to get there. As long as you just tie some, win some, shake it up, we have a good opportunity to be in it.
So there's a big match on October 5th. We're projecting a little bit. We're hosting Kent State here on campus. Talk about that rivalry a little bit.
Oh, we hate Kent. I hate Kent. Last year, their goal was an own goal from our other center back, and it was really unfortunate. So we want to win. I want to win that.
All right, I'm glad to hear that the rivalry, because often we talk about that rivalry in football and in basketball, but I'm glad to see that it extends to all of the sports on campus.
I think everyone just hates Kent. Can't read, can't write, Kent State.
Putting that out there, Zips Nation Insider. I think everyone probably has that same mindset that are watching this. So talk about, for that game, you have a field, a great field, a lot of space for people to come watch. How does that impact you on the field when you see fans in the stands? How does that improve your mindset?
I think it just motivates me, honestly. I love seeing my family and just our fans cheering for us. Whoever's there, it's just motivation to win. all I want to do is win, especially against Kent State.
There we go. Well, that's the charge, Zips Nation, is to get out to some women's soccer matches. So in addition to your life on the field, right, you're a soccer player, but you're also a student athlete, you're business major.
Yeah.
Talk about that. How do you balance those things out?
Honestly, I don't think it's that bad. Like, we honestly have a lot of, like, off time. Like, we only practice in the morning, you do class, and at night, you're just free. So, and our women's soccer team's really big about doing our schoolwork on time. Like, we were always getting the study hours in. I think for freshmen, it was 4 hours. So
Okay.
we're really big on that.
So even on the road, there's always time for that? Okay.
Everyone's always doing their homework on the bus or helping each other because some people are business majors. Like, I got help for micro last year.
One of the things that is new to this year for the MAC is the addition of UMass. So are you traveling out there? I should have looked at the ski. I can't remember if they're playing here this year.
They're playing here.
Okay.
I believe it's
Okay.
September 18th. They're coming to us.
I'm glad you know. But again, that adds some additional travel to your, a team that's significantly farther away than some of the other schools. So I think it'll be interesting as we look at this season or this school year of how that additional team is added to the ability to kind of balance. Now, business major, do you know what you want to do in business? Have you thought about that?
I have. I think I want to go into like medical sales and stuff. My parents are both nurses and they have like some connections and
Okay.
like I've been talking to some people about it and I think that's where I want to go.
So medical sales, currently though playing starter on the women's soccer team. So for young players listening, so it's not just old people watching the show. Hopefully there's some younger, maybe some aspiring Zip soccer players. What's some advice? What advice do you give to young players when you have a chance to chat with them?
Honestly, I just say like hard work really goes a long way. Like if you're a hardworking person on the field and off the field, it goes pretty far.
Do you get a chance to give back? Do you do any camps or anything like that?
I really haven't done any camps, but like I'd like to.
Any coaching? Have you done any coaching?
We have done some coaching
Okay.
as like a team.
Okay.
Yeah.
But through internationals, international spreads, there's a lot of ages.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to talk to our coaches about that and see if I could.
I
I'm
feel
sure
like,
they'd be okay
I
with
feel
it.
like just in our conversation today, super motivating. Like I feel like a kid would gravitate towards your attitude as well as the skill that you bring to the table. All right, so this is a couple more questions, and then we're going to get to our rapid fire. So be ready for that. Do you have any superstitions or rituals for every game? Things that you have to do to make sure that the game goes well?
My hair just has to be braided, honestly. I'm not
Okay.
really superstitious for soccer. It
Okay.
just has to be like the 2 braids.
2 braids.
Yeah.
It has been like that your whole life?
Oh no.
No.
Just like
Since you-
college.
since
I
you've
wasn't
been here.
really like superstitious for soccer, honestly.
But it sounds like you are when it comes to your hair, though. So that's not superstition. It's just maybe ease of play to have. Okay. Is there any crazy superstitions on the team? Anyone that maybe spill some dirt on some of the others?
I don't think so. Not that I really know of, honestly. I don't think anyone's doing anything too crazy.
Okay. So another question we like to ask all our guests. So from Wadsworth, it's called our hometown pizza. So if we're going to visit you in Wadsworth, where are we going to get pizza in Wadsworth?
Ooh, in Wadsworth? I don't know. I sometimes come to Luigi's in here.
So you go to Akron.
I love Luigi's.
Okay, so Akron, Luigi's.
Yeah.
Okay. So Luigi's in Akron, do you have a specific order? An order that you get every
Just
time?
a large cheese pizza.
Large cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Do you get the salad with all the cheese on it as well?
I have before.
And remember, if you're going to Luigi's, bring cash.
Yeah.
They don't take cards. All right, let's do our rapid fire. This is our rapid fire segment. So first answer that comes to your head. Who's the funniest player on the team?
Ooh. Maybe Isha. Isha's pretty funny.
Okay. Best dancer on the team?
Ariana. Ariana's got some moves.
Got some moves. Favorite vacation spot?
I like Florida.
Florida. Anywhere particular in Florida?
No.
Not Disney or the beach or anything like that?
Just anywhere close to the
Yeah,
beach.
okay, close to the beach in Florida. Favorite go-to snack before a match?
Go squeeze.
Go squeeze.
Yeah, I like the applesauce. I have like.
But
3
that's
of
not a
those.
ritual though.
No, like Maybe you could add that in.
Borderline, a go-go squeeze, and your
Yeah.
hair braided. How did you choose your number?
They just gave it to me.
So it's not a number you had growing up?
No, I was number 12 growing up, and that was already taken. So I guess 11 was the closest. I was like, sure.
So number 11. Favorite soccer player?
Probably Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan, okay.
I looked up to her when I was growing up.
Did you play any other sports?
I did.
Okay.
I ran cross country and track, and I almost went to college for that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What events did you do in track?
I was the mile. I did the 2 mile a little bit. I did the 800.
All right, last question that we have. So again, the season getting ready. We've been in exhibition, getting ready to host your home opener. Why should Zips Nation be excited about the women's soccer team this year?
We're underdogs this year. Like, we're up and coming. And who doesn't love an underdog story, honestly?
So underdog story.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you, Kailyn. Appreciate
you.
it. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've had Kailyn Biecker on Zips Nation Insider. Again, support the team. Season kicks off this Sunday. Excited to have her in a studio today. And again, we want you to support the team. You heard that they love it when the fans are in the stands rooting them on. And then again, October 5th against Kent, really like it when they can beat Kent at home. So thank you again, Kailyn. Appreciate you
Thank
stopping
you.
by. Go Zips. We're back from the campus of the University of Akron inside InfoCision Stadium. Our guest is Jordanne Oberhaus. Joe, as you go by.
Yes.
Joe is a junior defender on the Zips women's soccer team. We're excited to have you here, Joe. Thank you for stopping by Zips Nation Insider.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your earliest soccer memories. What got you into the sport, and how did you become a Zip?
I've been around soccer my entire life. My mom played in college at Marietta, and my older sister, she played at West Point, and started probably around 4 or 5 on a travel team. Went to Highland, and yeah.
So the family business, mom and sister played, kind of was that next step for you was to also pick up a soccer ball and start playing. So how did that, you talked about your club team, Highland soccer team. How did that prepare you? How did those prepare you to play Division I soccer?
I played club at internationals, and that prepared me very well to play at the next level because our coaches, they weren't like strict, but like you did what you needed to do.
Got it. Discipline.
Yes.
Discipline was part of being a player on international.
Yes.
Okay. So what was the aha moment to come to Akron? I'm sure you had other places you were looking into, other opportunities, but what was it that caused you to become a Zip?
Well, I was looking at Case Western, and the previous Akron coach, she coached there, and when she moved to Akron, she was like, hey, we still want you to play. Like, why don't you take a look at Akron? And so I started looking into it. I'm very big on academics, and Akron has a really good nursing program, and it's 20 minutes away from my house. 15 if you drive really fast.
Or if there's not road construction between Wadsworth
oh
and
my gosh,
Akron.
the construction, don't even get me started about that. And it had all the stuff I was looking for.
So it definitely checked a lot of boxes. The academic
Yes.
side, the athletic side, close to home. Your family's able to come and watch you play. Well, great. We're glad to have you on campus. We'll talk about the nursing side here in a little bit. Definitely want to get your thoughts on how you balance the academic with the athletic. So you're entering your junior season, upperclassmen. What has changed between your freshman, sophomore, and now your junior season?
Definitely more of a leadership role. I feel like all the underclassmen kind of look up to you as an upperclassman. So with all those eyes, there's a lot of responsibility that falls on you. And soccer-wise, I've taken more up in like an attacking role within the team.
So can we see some goals being scored by you then? Is that?
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so. That's what the coaching staff want you to score more goals. And if you think about last season, obviously the season started out fantastic, and then when you got to MAC play, a little bit different. But you weren't blown out, right? The team wasn't
No.
blown out. Mm-hmm. So there was these tie game or tie matches, 0-0, 1-goal losses.
Yeah.
So really, it's just goals, 1 or 2 goals could have really changed
Yeah.
the trajectory of the season. So you mentioned you're a nursing major, but on the athletics side, you are all academic, all MAC, and academic, all district. So
Oh, wow.
academics,
I
to
didn't
your
think I
point,
knew that.
you didn't know that. Well, let me tell you, be the first to tell you, congratulations. So how do you balance that? How do you balance being a nursing major and being a member of the soccer team?
I would say it's definitely one of the hardest majors to balance with sports because there are clinicals you have to complete at the hospital. So last season, I was doing 10 and a half hours a day, just 1 day a week at Cleveland Clinic. So luckily we're in Akron and all the hospitals are really close.
Sure.
But those days are definitely exhausting, and I'm lucky I have such nice coaches that let me miss those practices on those days and allow me to do
That's
that.
great. They're building that into your program, so to speak, that you're able to do both. Because it is hard. We've talked to a number of student athletes over the last season, and obviously we're going to talk to more going into this season. And being able to balance that, first off, it makes you very special to be able to do that. Because I was not a student athlete in college. I struggled with just being the student. But being a student athlete, fantastic. But also, to your point, in a rigorous program like nursing, you have clinicals. You're away from campus, in a hospital. Do you know what kind of nursing, what kind of medical environment, where do you want to be in a hospital? Have you got that idea yet?
I've looked at a lot. I don't know exactly what I want to do since there's so many branches of nursing that you can go into. I always had it in my mind that I maybe wanted to do neonatal and work with babies.
Have you done a clinical on that yet?
I have not. In the spring, though, is my clinical on the maternity ward, though. So I'm
looking
excited.
forward to that. So get through the soccer season and then going into that clinical rotation. So have you learned, has there been anything that you've learned from the nursing that you've been able to apply, or vice versa, where soccer has influenced some things from nursing, or nursing influenced some things from soccer?
I guess I would say anatomy and learning all about the muscles, the human body. In nursing, you have to take a nutrition class, so that helps with fueling your body and knowing how to recover appropriately.
And nutrition's huge, and obviously as you're running up and down the field, you're burning a lot of calories, but how do you replace those and be able to maintain that top condition? I'm sure, that's probably not something you've learned that's definitely been able to apply. So taking these last 2 seasons, freshman year, sophomore year, what are 1 or 2 things that you're going to be building upon for your junior year?
Definitely building upon our team. We have a lot of new players, so building up that chemistry to incorporate into our play is going to be big.
How about personally? Anything personally that you may be taken away from? God, I wish I would have done this differently in my freshman, sophomore. Now you're going to be able to apply to your junior year. I mean, obviously your position's going to be a little bit different this year.
I guess building on, extra fitness for the more running I'm doing.
Not as many snacks. There we go.
Yes, more snacking.
So you mentioned the kind of new players. So this season, by the way, it's the 25th season of University of Akron women's soccer. So it's kind of I don't know if that's the diamond anniversary. Diamond, what is that? Diamond, silver? I think it's silver. Silver anniversary. I think 25 is silver. I don't know. Someone will probably fact check that and put a comment on our social media. I think it's silver anniversary. Did you know that, by the way? 25 years.
I did know.
Okay.
Our coaches told us.
So a big year for the team, but you also mentioned there's a lot of newness on the team. So in addition to 11 new players, by the way, of those 11, how many of them are freshmen? Any sophomores or juniors? Or
We have 7 freshmen, 1 or 2 sophomores.
Okay.
And then with junior and a senior.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 brand new freshmen coming in, looking to you. But in addition, you have a whole new coaching staff. So that's, again, all of these changes as a leader on the team. How has the energy been around camp? How is, again, going through kind of the preseason, What has been the vibe? How's everyone kind of from a team chemistry perspective?
I think our team chemistry is one of the best it's been so far. We always do a preseason trip, so that really helps bond and bring us together. And we have a lot of team meetings like without the coaches, and we have this TRUST acronym that we try to implement into our program that basically just helps us get our foundation and set our minds right.
So is it the word trust, but it means, can you
Yes.
share that, or is that internal to the team?
We'll keep it internal to the team,
Oh,
and
there's some
that's
mystery.
maybe just because I don't remember all the
got it.
letters to the acronym.
Got it, got
But
it.
it's a secret.
Okay, so at the end, maybe at the end of the year, 'cause I'm sure the goal is probably, well, what are the goals? What are the goals for this season?
To win and make the MAC tournament.
MAC tournament.
Yes.
So at the MAC tournament, you're hosting that trophy. We'll ask you what trust, the acronym for trust.
Yes.
So, all right, we'll have you back to talk about that. So, talk about team goals, MAC, personal goals. What are your personal goals this season?
My personal goals are to help impact the team as best I can, hopefully score a lot of goals.
Have you played defense your whole academic, high school club stuff?
Yes and no. I started originally as an outside forward.
Okay.
And then the last 2 years, or I guess sophomore year of high school, I was put outside back for the first time. Still played outside forward at club, and then one of our outside backs got hurt at club, so I got moved there and never left until this.
So let me ask you, as a defender but also scoring goals, what is, in your mind, what brings more excitement? Scoring a goal or saving a goal?
Attacking. Scoring a goal.
Scoring a goal.
You do get a rush when you block a shot,
Like a nice
or
slide
make
tackle or
slide tackle, make a really
slide
good
tackle.
defensive play. But I do love attacking
Okay.
and running up the field.
So my guess is when the coaches said, "Hey, we're going to need you to do this," you're kind
I
of
was
licking
like,
your chops.
say no less.
Right.
I will go.
Sign me up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Got it. As far as the schedule, we kick off your home match this Sunday against Eastern Illinois. We want fans to come. Do you notice fans? I mean, what does that bring to you as a player on the field when you see fans and hear fans yelling and screaming?
We definitely do notice, and it definitely brings a lot of energy and gives us more momentum, and it just lifts the entire energy of the stadium.
So Zips Nation, we got. By the way, we have Joe. Joe Oberhaus is with us. She's a defender, junior on the women's soccer team. You just heard her request. The challenge, fans, is to get out there. We got, again, first home match is this Sunday, 17th. We want everyone to be there. Got it. All right, so a couple questions. Oh, also, Kent State, playing home against Kent State this year.
Yep, October 5th.
October 5th. What does that rivalry mean to you?
It's history. I feel like ever since I've known Akron, our rivals have always been Kent, and there's nothing more satisfactory than beating them.
You had your teammate on here earlier, and she gave a certain
nice
phrase,
slogan.
a nice slogan. Do you subscribe to that slogan?
I do subscribe to that slogan.
Okay. So there is a rivalry. We talk about the rivalry in football, in basketball, but it extends all the way to women's sports
Yes,
as well.
any sport.
Any sport. We want to beat Kent.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any superstitions or pregame things you need to do to be successful?
Not really. I know some people, it's like their hair or the order they put stuff on. I guess I always put my shoes on before I put my shin guards on.
Okay.
So I guess that could be one. But
you're
I feel like
cognizant of that? You have to put your shoes on? Do you go right, left, or left, right when you do?
right, left.
Right, left?
Yeah.
But is that a superstition, though? Do you feel like if you didn't do that, it would go?
I don't think it's a superstition because sometimes I'll have one of my ankles taped, and then the
Okay.
one that's not taped, I'll put that shoe on first.
Got it. All right. Does anyone on the team have a really crazy superstition, do you know? I don't know why we like to ask that
Not that
question,
I
but it's
think
kind
of.
of fun to hear. We've had some people that have had some crazy, like they have to eat a certain candy. If they don't eat that candy, and they have proof, they've documented that when they did not eat that the game or the match did not go their way.
I don't think we have anybody that
Okay.
crazy superstitious on our
Okay.
team.
So from Wadsworth, one of our questions we love to ask our guests We call it our hometown pizza. So if we're visiting you in Wadsworth, where are we going to pizza? What's your favorite pizza place if we're going to come visit you?
I don't know if it's necessarily in Wadsworth, but what my family always gets and my dad brings home is Gino's Pizza.
Gino's Pizza.
It might be in Copley.
Copley.
Somewhere.
Okay. It's all around the same area?
Yes.
What's your order? What do you?
I'm pretty basic. I like cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza. That's it? Cheese
I mean,
pizza?
I like pineapple pizza too.
Pineapple? Okay. Now could be some controversy.
I know some people that's a hot take, but pineapple pizza is really good.
I'm okay with but just pineapple, not like pineapple and ham or anything like that?
If I can help it, just pineapple.
Just pineapple. Got it. Okay. Well, let's get to our rapid fire questions. These are our questions. So I'm going to ask you a series of things. Just think the first thing that comes to your mind. I know in soccer you don't have like in baseball they have a walk-up, but do you have a song that you need to listen to before a game?
Not really. Nobody on my team really likes my music.
Okay.
So.
I know this is rapid fire, but now we got to ask about that. Why doesn't anyone like your
But
music?
probably BT by BI.
I have no idea. Oh, sure. I'll
Yeah.
trust you on that one.
They can look it up if they really want to know.
Okay. Favorite emoji? What's your favorite emoji?
Probably the hand heart emoji.
Hand heart emoji?
Yeah.
Do you have a goal celebration?
Probably just running over to my teammates and jumping on them.
Okay, that's what it's going to be. Because I know there's some players that do the heart emoji. I mean, that some players do that, but so that's going to be. It's going to be finding your players. So your goal celebration. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Probably the Bahamas. I went
Bahamas.
there this summer with my sister and my mom. It was awesome.
So Bahamas. So you're a beach vacation type of person.
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I like the mountains too, but beach.
Favorite soccer player?
Probably Tobin Heath.
Tobin Heath. I don't know who Tobin Heath is. Tell me who Tobin Heath is.
She was a player on the U.S. Women's National Team.
Okay. Shows my lack of. I apologize, Tobin Heath, if you're watching. Apologize. So Tobin Heath, same position? She play?
No.
No. Still favorite.
don't
Okay.
think so.
Okay. Favorite athlete, not a soccer player.
Favorite athlete, not a soccer player. I'll go LeBron James.
LeBron
Akron.
James from Akron. Can't go wrong with LeBron James. Okay, we've asked this again when your teammate was on a few weeks ago. We asked her about who's the funniest member of the team.
I guess I'll say Isha.
Isha.
Just because she says some funny things.
So it has the team rolling around when she.
Yes. We're maybe laughing like, not necessarily at her, but like, she's funny.
Funniest. Who's the best dancer?
Addie Hall. She's one of our new freshmen. Best dancer.
Best dancer. Well, thank you, Joe. Appreciate you being on Zips Nation Insider. Last question before we go. Why should fans be excited about the women's soccer team?
You should be excited because we are on the come up and we're about to turn the history around. We're about to have a winning season.
So a new chapter in
Yes.
women's Zip soccer. All right, we're excited to see what happens this season. Thank you again for stopping by. Joe Oberhaus, women's soccer team.
Thank you.
Go Zips.